On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 43-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Gus Edwards.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Jackson. Step touchdown, Ravens.
Jackson.
Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you've got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
On the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And Tate's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10. Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Marlon Humphrey.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and it looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This from 25 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals 3.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Well, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross.
Burrow's pass.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Flushed out right. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
The Raven 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
1st down, Ravens.
Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Bengals 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
Is good.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
First down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
They go again with Muhammad. Jackson, option right. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
A yard. And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
That ties the game.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
8-yard line.
Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
On the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. Going deep downfield for Rowe. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Kick is good.
Rosas good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Justin.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A gain of 11.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 33-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down.
Ravens on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Patrick Queen.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calais Campbell on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and...
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
47-yard line.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow, escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. And Burrow going to throw again. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Taken down back.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. On 2nd down now. Muhammad, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third
and 2. Here's Jackson eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to Mixon on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Mixon with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. On 3rd down, Mixon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bengals, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.